Hey friends, I hope you are well. Can I tell you that I've been sitting here for a few minutes after I just did the live stream for the newsletter this week, thinking about how to open up this just quick recording about open meeting rules for the Fairfield Harbor Property Owners Association meetings. And all that keeps coming to mind is the Julius Caesar, friends, Romans, countrymen, lend me your ear. I come to bury Caesar, not to praise him, for the evil men do live after them. The good is oft interred with their bones. And I don't know why. I just can't shake the need to say that when I talk about rules for attending open meeting for property owners association that we pay dues to on an annual basis. But alas, if you are planning to run for the board of directors, there are 3 open positions currently. We talked about it a number of times on this. Maybe you're watching this later, and that's great. I think it's important for us, regardless of whether or not there are open positions being elected for at this current moment, there are rules that we follow for maintaining an orderly community here in Fairfield Harbor. And the purpose of this quick recording is to say, if you are going to attend one of the open meetings for the Property Owners Association, there are rules associated with your attendance of that meeting. And this recording is going to be to walk through what those rules are. I am planning to go to the March 21st POA Board of Directors meetings. It is an open meeting. It starts at 9 a.m. on March 21st, 2023. So I'm recording this on the Friday before. And Jennifer knew. I called the office to let them know that I wanted to attend that meeting. And she sent me these rules so that I would have them available. And I'm going to use this platform and opportunity to tell you what the rules are. So I'm going to share them with you. I did print them just because it's dark in here. My kids are asleep and I will not wake them up. So I'll share my screen over here, but just know that I say I'm going to share my screen, Emma. You know, we're professionals here. Okay, so this is my screen. Let's see if I can make this a little bit bigger. And I'll scroll as I need to. Okay, so open meeting rules for the Fairfield Harbor Property Owners Association. The number of association members attending a meeting of the board of directors will be limited to the space available at the selected meeting location, normally the Fairfield Harbor POA boardroom. So I don't know. I've never been to a Fairfield Harbor Property Owners Association meeting. I don't know how big this boardroom is, so I don't know how many seats there are. Expect a debrief after. I'll let you know. Members must sign up in advance and agree to abide by these open meeting rules that you see here on the screen and that I have printed in my hands. If you have previously attended a meeting, you must wait until other first-time attendees have had the chance to attend before you can again reserve a space. So this is kind of vague language, and keep in mind that I manage federal contracts for a living. So from my perspective, this is kind of a vague sentence because not every property owner in Fairfield Harbor wants to attend a board of directors meetings. And I do not anticipate that the board is going to wait until every person has been there. But I think of the people that they know that want to attend, if you have attended before and there's someone else that has expressed interest in wanting to attend that meeting and there's only one seat available, the person that's never attended a meeting before is going to be invited before you are given a seat in that meeting, is how I interpret these rules. So, third rule, no audio recording of the board meeting is allowed. Members must take or may take written notes. Cell phones must be silenced, and there are no computers, no computer tablets permitted. Members must respect the need of the board of directors to engage in discussion, debate, and voting free of commentaries and distractions from the members in attendance. In that regard, the board may go into closed session for one or more of the following reasons: consulting with the association counsel, discussing litigation or prospective litigation, either by the association or against the association, reviewing personal information that is confidential or should not be generally known, such as delinquency in homeowners association dues, conferring about contracts, reviewing employee or personnel issues, or handling other sensitive matters such as rule violations by association members. Rule 5, no outside food or drink is permitted. Rule 6, members attending will be given no more than 5 minutes to speak to an issue of concern or pose a question to the board of directors. So again, just quick sidebar, I have not asked for time on the agenda. I simply want to go because I am in process of trying to evaluate whether or not now is a right time for me to commit to a candidacy for one of those open board of director positions. I've never attended a meeting in person. They've all been virtual. And so my attendance is more of a fact-finding, information gathering mission, not an I have something that I want to talk to the board about. So you can attend the open meetings if it is something that you want to do from a fact-finding perspective. You do not need to, from my perspective, be on the agenda in order to attend the meeting. These are open meeting rules. Okay. But if you are attending the meeting because you have an agenda item on the agenda for that open POA meeting, you have 5 minutes to speak to an issue of concern or pose a question to the board of directors. Members are not allowed to speak or provide commentary or comments except during the 5 minutes allotted to speak to their issue of concern or pose a question. Any member engaging in disruptive or distracting behavior will be required to depart the boardroom. You will not be able to sit in the boardroom or the meeting location and be disruptive to the proceedings. All right. Members desiring to depart the board meeting prior to adjournment may do so, but will not be allowed to return during that day's board meeting. So if you have to leave, you need to go get lunch, you need to go grab a kid from school, you cannot go do that and come back and get back into the meeting that same day. The chairperson, who is generally the president of the board, assisted by the board secretary, will maintain order and decorum during the conduct of the board meeting. It's just a weird use of words there. Anyway, the president's presiding over the meeting with the assistance of the board secretary, and they will maintain order together. All right, so some references. The North Carolina General Statutes 47 F3 108B meetings. Meetings of the executive board shall be held as provided in the bylaws. At regular intervals, the executive board meeting shall provide lot owners an opportunity to attend a portion of an executive board meeting and to speak to the executive board about their issues or concerns. The executive board may place reasonable restrictions on the number of persons who speak on each side of an issue and may place reasonable time restrictions on persons who speak. Except as otherwise provided in the bylaws, meetings of the association and the executive board shall be conducted in accordance with the most recent edition of Robert's Rules of Order, newly revised. The Fairfield Harbour Property Owners Association bylaws adopt reasonable rules for the conduct of meetings of the association and with reference thereto on procedural questions upon which no rules have been adopted, the ruling of the chairperson of the meeting shall be final. This open meeting rules was adopted March 2018, so that was pre-COVID, by the Fairfield Harbour Property Owners Association Board of Directors. And that's it. I didn't scroll, sorry. Just 10 rules with 2 references. And I think they're pretty descriptive, very succinct, and to the point. I think this gives a clear expectation of what is allowed and is not allowed during a meet. So yeah, so I hope this was valuable. If you are planning to attend the board meeting on March 21st, I will see you there. Talk soon. Thanks, everyone. Bye. Where's my mouse?